Welcome to the University of Northern Colorado Libraries. We are excited that you have chosen UNC to continue your education, and we want you to know that the staff and faculty at the University Libraries are here to support you in your academic work and research. Whether you come through our doors online or in person, we are excited to help you succeed in all of your endeavors. My name is Nicole Weber, and joining me is Stephanie Wigand. We are both library faculty in the Scholarly Communication Department of the University Libraries. Not sure what scholarly communication is? We're so glad you asked. Scholarly communication is the creation, publication, dissemination, and preservation of academic research. Sounds a lot like what you're undertaking, right? The purpose of this presentation is to provide you with a brief introduction to the University Libraries and its resources and services that relate to various aspects of your graduate program. Our goal is to give you an idea of what we provide so that you can begin to get a sense for where to get help. You don't need to remember the names of these specific tools or services, just that we are here to help when you need it. Your time is valuable, so let's get started. Here are 16 things that every graduate student should know about the University Libraries.
We provide research support. There is no minimum nor maximum number of times that you can meet with us. And we use the word meet broadly here because we will meet with you however works best for your schedule and your needs. By Zoom, by Microsoft Teams, by phone, by email, or in person. Whether it be a general orientation to searching for peer-reviewed research articles after being out of school for a while, or needing to find a specific items like publications on the topic of moral disengagement by psychologist Albert Bandura, we are here to assist you. Simply use the link on the slide and schedule an appointment with or send a message to a librarian. If we are not the right campus office to assist you, we will connect you with the right people on campus. Whether you are working on a doctorate of nursing practice, a Master of Arts in Criminology and Criminal Justice, or a graduate certificate in animal audiology, or any other degree or certificate at the University of Northern Colorado, your responsibilities may conflict with conducting library research during normal working hours. Your life, work, family, health, and a multitude of other responsibilities may lead you to needing the library to be available to you at any hour of the day. Because we do not staff the library 24/7, we offer online research guides that provide a librarian's recommendations on things like the best 4 databases for nursing research, where to find criminal justice statistics, how to search for dissertations and theses about canine or equine hearing loss. Librarians at UNC have built more than 130 research guides to help you find the information you need at any time of day. But here's the caveat. Although librarians want to be comprehensive in everything we do and make sure that you have information you need no matter what the time of day it is, we can't put it all into a website. So when you don't find what you need quickly, contact us and we will be in touch as soon as possible. Please never pay $150, $50, or even $5 for a resource that you need for your research before checking with the university libraries or talking to a librarian. The University Libraries gives you access to millions of journal articles, book chapters, and so much more. And we work with libraries around the nation and around the world to find items that aren't immediately accessible through the UNC Libraries. This comes at no additional cost to you. With a system called Interlibrary Loan, we can go far and wide to ask for a copy of whatever you need. Generally, we are able to provide digital copies for you. So we'll get a digital copy from another library and then post it online for you to download. Because of laws and regulations, if you need the entirety of a book, we are likely not allowed to digitize the whole book for you. But if you are on campus or close to campus, we will get the book for you from another library, and then you can come pick it up at the library. And if you are not near campus, we will get the book for you and then send it to you through the mail. And okay, I admit we can't get everything for you through the interlibrary loan. Did you know that there are only 21 complete copies of the Gutenberg Bible in existence today? And if you need to look at the actual Gutenberg Bible, You'll be doing some traveling and needing some permissions to look at it. There's also proprietary information that we may not be able to get for you. For example, a service that provides lists of email addresses for marketing is not sharing their information unless you pay up. But these are rare instances, and it is likely that the university libraries will be able to obtain a copy of whatever research materials that you need. Years ago, I read an article that said the best service that any academic library can provide is to treat every student like an online student. And this is especially true of graduate students. I've heard many graduate students say that they set aside early morning hours, something like 5 a.m. to 6 or 7 a.m., to read and conduct research. Why so early? Because that is the only time that they have quiet time to themselves in their households. Because once the kids are up or your spouse is awake, once it's time to get ready for work, once it's time to run errands or take care of any of the many responsibilities that are beginning for the day, there's little time to concentrate for a block of time. And guess what? The university libraries are not open at 5 a.m. And whether you work best at 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. or any time before or after, the university libraries tries to bring you the best services, tools, and resources at whatever time you're working through our online portal. We are here to help.
Unless you completed your undergraduate degree at the University of Northern Colorado last year, the University Library's website is probably not very familiar. Even if you've only been out of school for a short time, things are likely to have changed. This is partially because we are always seeking to offer new and better resources and services, and because the digital world is always in a state of refreshing itself. If nothing else, we encourage you to schedule a brief appointment with a librarian to walk you through the library website and how to find the services, tools, and resources that will be most important to you. You will find the University Library's homepage linked from your Canvas courses in the main menu or at unco.edu/library. We try to make the most important links the most visible on the website, but we have a lot of content and it is easy to miss things. The following items appear at the top of our page without having to scroll: the library catalog, the list of databases we offer, alphabetically and by subject, a list of journals you have immediate access to, course reserves, which is a system through which professors can make specific material available to their students online or physically, research guides of curated tools and resources, interlibrary loan for requesting materials not immediately accessible through our own collections, and where to get research help. The amount of information you will face during your research journey is truly stunning. It has been estimated that in 1945, human knowledge was doubling every 25 years. Today, the volume of knowledge is doubling in a matter of hours. We have all experienced information overload and know the truth. There is a lot of information out there, and it takes time to sort through it. This is why library databases exist, to help you cull out information and research you don't need and find the sources of information determined to be the most trustworthy and curated within a specific field of study. The University Libraries offers over 300 subject-specific and interdisciplinary library databases to assist you in making your search for information more efficient. Not sure where to start? Perusing a research guide and meeting with a librarian are good ways to learn how to match resources to your specific needs and get the most out of each one. We can even offer recommendations and tips on using resources outside of the library collection, such as the open web and Google Scholar. As your research skills advance, you will encounter new strategies and source types. For instance, citation tracing and gray literature are both commonly used by graduate students and employ the use of both library and open web searching. The libraries can not only teach you these strategies and concepts, but help you apply them to your unique area of study. Conducting formal research may be new to you, and you may need some assistance with figuring out the various pieces. Everything from formatting an appropriate research question, to conducting literature reviews, to formulating a method for gathering data, to analyzing and drawing conclusions from that data. Sage Research Methods was built for graduate students and those planning to conduct research. It started as a repository of information about methodologies because choosing the right methodology can be itself a major undertaking. Over the years, SRM has added more and more content and tools. For instance, you might use their methods map to explore or narrow potential methodologies. You might use their project planner to make a plan and stay organized throughout the research process. Or you might make use of their guidance for choosing the right statistical test in data analysis. Their content also includes advice from experts, case studies, sample datasets, videos, podcasts, and more. While many researchers will pursue research questions that require new data collection, some research questions can be answered through data that has already been collected by a government entity or other researchers. Huge amounts of data are collected by the US government and are openly available to all. Not all datasets are publicly available, but more and more are. Some datasets are proprietary and will therefore have an associated fee, and others may have sensitive data that requires special permissions. If you are trying to determine if there is a dataset already in existence that could answer your research question, ask us for tips on searching through an open dataset available through data repositories, such as the Inter-University Consortium for Political and Social Research, or ICPSR, or Harvard Dataverse. Or how to use data repository finding aids, such as the Open Access Directory's data repository list or Registry of Research Data Repositories. Where you look will be dependent upon your field and research question. We are happy to help you make the most efficient use of your time and advise you to look in the most likely places.
Citation, the bane of every student and researcher's existence. But is it really? Okay, so I'm a librarian and I likely look at citations differently than you do. For you, citations may just be a tedious journey in placing each element in the correct order and making sure that every single piece of punctuation is absolutely correct. For a librarian, citations are a critical element of the scholarly record. But we get it, it's not really all that fun. So let's talk about how your citation work can be made a little bit easier and a little more efficient. RefWorks is a citation tool that can help you format citations in thousands of styles. Yes, while in graduate school, it is likely you will need to format your papers in one of the major citation styles: APA, Chicago, Turabian, CSE, or maybe MLA. But what if your professor says, "This is an amazing paper. You should publish it in the Journal of Nursing Management"? With RefWorks, in a few seconds, you can change your reference list from APA style to the style for the Journal of Nursing Management. RefWorks is also great because you can upload all your PDFs into your account and have access to them from anywhere at any time. You can organize your references using a folder system and be able to refer back to references used in one paper, so maybe you can use them again in another paper. You can take notes and have all of your notes in RefWorks. So again, you have access to them at any time from anywhere in the world. You can share your citations with your professor or your advisor so they know what you're reading and reviewing. You can also share your notes and the actual PDFs too. Additionally, you can install a tool to your web browser to help you capture citation information from websites. And there is a tool for Microsoft Word and one for Google Docs for inserting citations into your paper. The university has a digital repository that serves as an open online library for scholarship written or created by UNC students and faculty. Why does this matter to you? Well, some of our most important collections house dissertations, theses, and scholarly works created by students. As you embark upon or work through your own project, wouldn't it be great to see what other students in your program have created? What does a thesis in criminology and criminal justice look like? What sections did they include, and how did they format them? Did they have to seek permission for any instruments or figures that they used? What should be in an appendix? You are not the first person to write a graduate work, and it can be both useful and reassuring to see how others before have done it. Beyond having a set of examples of how successful UNC graduates put together a graduate work, it is also where you can see how your work will be available after you finish your dissertation, thesis, or scholarly project. Making your own work available to the world means people have the chance to read it and build upon your research. This thesis was submitted as part of the requirements for a Master of Arts in Dance Education, and it's had nearly 32,000 downloads in under 4 years, demonstrating the impact that your work can have in the world. As a graduate student at the University of Northern Colorado, you're fulfilling two obvious roles: learner and researcher. Additionally, you may have the opportunity to be an educator, whether formally by being a TA or informally, such as leading a study group. You will also be an author and creator, and perhaps have a professional role on or off campus as well. The university libraries and the greater campus community are here to help you in all of these capacities. The university libraries are involved in one way or another with many of these roles, and if we can't help you directly, we'll connect you with the individual or office that can. If you're not sure where to direct a question, the university libraries isn't a bad place to start. Are you a graduate assistant or teaching assistant at UNC? If so, you may want to check out some of the content we have that could be used in a course you teach, such as the undergraduate research tutorial or the APA tutorial for undergraduate students, or put resources for your course on reserves through the university libraries so that all students can have access. Schedule a meeting with a librarian to learn more.
Having examples of previous work is great, but you may still feel a little lost. There are two excellent sources of training and support for graduate students through the Bear Grads and GradCo series. These programs collaborate within the university and beyond to cover important topics to graduate students. These talks are virtual, and almost all of them are recorded and made available for later viewing. Past topics have included application statements, research, teaching, diversity, copyright for dissertations, becoming culturally responsive researchers, mental health, and imposter syndrome. Do you have ideas on what you would want to see covered? We are open to ideas anytime. Watch for announcements from the graduate school for upcoming events and links to registration. You can find webinar recordings such as these and other instructional videos on the University Library's YouTube channel and in the Bear Grads collection in our institutional repository. From videos on distinct tasks to more complex strategies and concepts, you can find content that will help make your work more efficient. How-to videos include topics like find articles using Google Scholar and how do I find a specific journal? And more in-depth videos include how I finished my dissertation and editing your own writing and working with editors. To keep up to date with University Libraries announcements, new tools, events, services, and more, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We have an active social media team, and we want to hear from you.
Do you find it hard to concentrate on your coursework? Do you need some separation between your living and working quarters? Consider coming to the university libraries. And this doesn't just apply to graduate students taking courses on campus. Online students may come to campus for oral or written comprehensives, the proposal process, the defense process, graduation, or many other reasons. Come to the university libraries for space, quiet areas, technology, equipment, and of course, coffee. If you're an online student, also consider checking out your local public and academic libraries near you. You may find the place and space to concentrate. Thank you for spending some time with us today. We hope you have found this presentation informative in the services, resources, and tools the university libraries offer. Whatever your reasons for returning to higher education for an advanced degree or certificate, you have committed the time, the energy, and the money to this goal. We are here to help each and every one of you succeed. So how can we help you? You are always welcome to contact the libraries with questions or suggestions, or reach out to a specific librarian.